Hey, Anna! What are you up to this weekend? Oh, I'm just over at my mom's house doing some cleaning. Since she's not living here at the moment, it's good for someone to come and sweep the cobwebs away every now and again. It's just so depressing in here, though. Even though it's not that cold today, I keep feeling a chill in the air. How is your mom these days? Is she still not well? Yeah, she's not doing too great, to be honest. I went to see her at the nursing home this morning, and although I know that Parkinson's isn't a disease that really gets better, it still upsets me to see her getting worse every time. These days, her hands are shaking so much that she can't even control them well enough to eat without assistance. Oh no, that's awful. I'm so sorry. You deserve a break. Why don't you come out and have a few beers tonight? Sarah said she'd come too. She did? I would have thought she wouldn't be able to come out because of the baby. Well, she said just one night should be fine. Her husband is going to watch the baby, so she doesn't need to worry. Oh, really? That's great! I feel like we never get to see Sarah these days, so I'm really looking forward to catching up. I will definitely be there. Oh, sorry, Carly. It looks like my mother-in-law is calling me. I should probably get this, so I'll talk to you again later. Okay, talk to you later. Hi, Marie. How are you doing? Why did it take you so long to answer the phone? I'm so sorry. I was in another call. Is everything okay? I just wanted to ask you to come and watch Dylan and Dalton for me. Sinead has something on today, so she left them with me, but I completely forgot that I already had plans, so I need you to come and take them off of my hands. I guess if it's just for the afternoon, I can do it. I also have plans in the evening. Well, I'm going to be out for dinner too, you know. I shouldn't be back too late. Maybe around 6 p.m. That should be fine, I guess. I'm at my mom's house doing some cleaning right now, but I should be done in around 1 hour. Okay, thanks. Make sure you get here before 3. Yes, I will. Don't worry. See you soon. Hi, Marie, I'm here. Oh, hey there, Dylan. Hey there, Dalton. You guys have gotten so big since I last saw you. I guess you're still a little too small to be talking, huh? Where's Granny hiding? She didn't leave you all by yourselves, did she? Hey, I told you not to encourage the kids to call me Granny. We can't have people knowing that Sinead has had kids already. I'm trying to teach them to call me Mom. I think you should start referring to me as Mom around them as well. That way they'll get used to it. I'm not quite sure if that's really a good idea. Surely it will just be more confusing for them. I'm not sure I could get used to referring to you as Mom to my 2-year-old nephews who are clearly your grandkids. Think about it. Does it really make sense for a woman of your age to have 2-year-old twins? Well, I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility. I have my kids early on, so I'm way younger than the average grandma. Much younger than your mom. Maybe this is the first time I've actually felt like having kids early was something to brag about. My siblings and cousins don't know about Dylan and Dalton, you know. I try not to let too many people know about them because I'm too embarrassed to admit that my daughter had them out of wedlock. And she didn't make it easy for me, you know. She didn't just have 1, but 2. Be careful what you say in front of the boys. Twins often start speaking later than other toddlers, but that doesn't mean that they don't understand you. Fine, I'll call you Mom in front of them if that's what you really want. But you shouldn't be openly admitting to your embarrassments in front of them like that. Even though they're only 2, this could affect them a lot and cause them to grow up with some kind of complex. Where is Sinead, by the way? Oh, she's very busy these days. She's only 24, so naturally she wants to go out and have fun with her friends every now and then. She said she was going to get some fresh air for a few hours since it's the weekend. She's been through a lot, being so young and already having these 2 to worry about. I really don't think Sinead actually does that much towards raising the twins, though. She seems to be going out a lot recently. You seem to be calling me over to help with the twins more often than before. Do you think that maybe she might have found herself a boyfriend? Of course not! The thought of her getting herself accidentally knocked up again fills me with dread. Please don't even talk about the idea of her dating someone. I don't even want to think about it as a possibility. Anyway, do you two have any news on the baby front?
Oh, about that. As I told you before, the people at the fertility clinic said that Will has a low sperm count, so even with IVF, things might be difficult.
It takes two to tango, you know. I really don't like that you keep insinuating that you struggling to conceive is all my Will's fault.
Well, whether you like it or not, the fact that his sperm count is low is the truth. I tried to explain it to you properly last time, but it didn't seem like you were even listening to me.
Are you sure that the doctor you went to is a reputable one? They could be a quack. In most cases of infertility, the problem lies with the woman, not the man. Our family has never had any fertility problems before, so I'm confident that my son isn't the reason why you two haven't been lucky trying for a baby. Are you sure that nobody on your side has had fertility problems before?
Not that I know of, no. And the clinic that we went to is very well known and has an excellent reputation, so I think the chances of the doctors there being quacks are very low.
Well, I won't believe you until I hear it from the doctors myself. Next time you go, you'd better take me with you.
Sure, we will. If you really don't believe me, you can choose a clinic you know and trust and we can go and see the fertility doctors there. I guarantee you that they will say the same thing.
You're awfully confident, aren't you? Oh goodness, look at the time. I'm going to be late. There's some food for the boys that I prepared earlier in the fridge, so you can just heat that up for them at dinner time. See you later!
Okay, have a good time. No matter how many times I tell her that the reason we haven't been able to have kids is because of Will's low sperm count, she never believes me.
Dylan! Dalton! Do you want to play with Auntie Anna? What game shall we play? Ooh, are those Lego blocks you're holding? Come on, let's go and build something cool with the Lego.
Marie, where are Dylan and Dalton?
Shh! You'll wake them up! They're both sleeping. You better not mention the twins at all, okay? We need to be really careful about what we say here. I don't want to hear any accusations about Sinead being a bad mother or anything like that. Do you understand?
But this really doesn't seem right to me. However you look at it, isn't this just a sham marriage?
Just let it go. You know that Sinead never intended to spend the rest of her life raising the twins. You said as much yourself, didn't you?
I never said such a thing. She should take responsibility for her own children and she should be transparent with her fiancé and just tell him the truth about them. If he really loves her and wants to marry her, then he should be willing to accept her no matter what. I can't believe you're asking me to just be quiet and let her go ahead with this. If he finds out that he's been deceived later on, the repercussions will be way worse than if she's just upfront with him now.
Just keep your mouth shut. You're also benefiting from this situation, aren't you?
How on earth could I possibly benefit from this situation?
Oh, they're here already. We'll talk more about it later. For now, just focus on not saying anything about the twins. Okay. Honey! Could you go and open the door for me, please?
Sure, on my way. Hi there. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Arthur, Sinead's dad.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm Garrett. Thank you so much for inviting me over today. Oh, look at you! You're so handsome! Come on in! I'm Sinead's mom, Marie. This is her older brother, Will, and his wife, Hannah. Oh my goodness! How can you have so many bags with you? Are these all presents for us? I bought you some fancy cookies, and I also got you some flowers. Sinead said that magnolias were your favorite, so I made sure to get them included in this bouquet. Oh, you really didn't have to go to all this trouble, but thank you so much. I just really wanted to make a good impression. I was worried that you might not like me because I'm so much older than Sinead. Everyone keeps saying that I'm punching, and she's way out of my league.
It's you who's out of my league. You're so capable and great at your job. Everyone respects you so much.
I can assure you, the age difference isn't a problem for us at all. Come on in and make yourself at home. Dinner's ready, so let's hurry up and start eating. I heard you like steak, so I made sure to make some for you. I really hope you like it. Anna! Can you please go and get the salad and the side dishes from the kitchen counter?
Yes, of course. Should I really not say anything? It feels like I would be in on the scam if I didn't. How come the kids have been sleeping for so long? I'm sure one of them should have woken up by now. If they sleep too long during the day, they're not going to sleep through the night.
I suppose they have been sleeping for a while. How much of that medicine did you give them?
I'm not sure. I gave them about half of the sachet. They're only small, so I'm sure that was enough for them.
What medicine did you give them exactly? Well, they've been making such a fuss going to sleep at night recently, and we definitely didn't want them waking up during the dinner with Garrett, so we got them some of that medicine that helps you go to sleep. You know, the over-the-counter one you can get at the pharmacy. It's not that strong, so it can't be that bad for them.
Excuse me? Are you seriously telling me that you gave toddlers sleep medication?
Oh, well, we didn't really have a choice, did we? And besides, since when were you so concerned about the twins anyway?
It's just common knowledge that you don't give that kind of medication to small children. And also, you kept mentioning a house at lunch with Garrett earlier. Did you have a house lined up for Sinead to move into with Garrett?
Oh, yeah. Well, Garrett is a professor and makes a lot of money. So I thought it would be nice if our side could provide them with a house to show that we're not completely useless in comparison.
So you told Garrett that you already have a house, even though you actually don't? This is just more lies on top of lies. Well, it's not really a lie, is it? There's a perfectly good house owned by somebody in this family that has nobody living in it right now, isn't there? I'm sure me and Garrett living there wouldn't be a problem, would it?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Wait a second. Are you talking about... Yes, we are talking about your mom's house. It's been vacant for ages since your mom has been living in the nursing home. A perfectly nice house like that shouldn't be left empty. Houses are for people to live in at the end of the day, aren't they? You've been keeping it nice and clean this whole time as well, haven't you?
Are you really asking me to just give my mom's house to Sinead? Well, yeah. I really don't see what the problem is. And besides, your mom needs to stay at the nursing home to get all the specialized care she needs, right? You said yourself that Parkinson's isn't a disease that gets any better, and we don't know what's going to happen to her in the long run. I really don't want to be the one to say it, but she may never be able to go back and live in that house again.
These two have obviously lost their minds. Oh well, let's hear them out and see how far they're willing to go.
But all my mom's stuff is still in there. You can't just move in straight away, you know. Well, of course you'd need to take all the stuff out. It would make me feel a little weird living amongst stuff that belongs to someone who may be at death's door. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be morbid. I'm just saying that it's better to make use of the space than to leave it empty, right? I finally have my shot at getting married and living a happy, normal life. That's all I've ever wanted for myself, you know. Don't tell me you're going to try and get in the way of my one chance at happiness.
And what are you planning to do about the twins? It's going to be impossible to keep them a secret from Garrett forever, you know. Well, that's where you come in. I've been thinking about this a lot, and considering that you and Will have been struggling to conceive, we thought that maybe it would be a good idea for you two to take the twins off Sinead's hands. You're in your mid-30s already, and you've already gone through so many emotional and physical hardships trying to conceive. So how about you just give up on that now and just raise the twins as your own kids instead? More and more people are choosing to adopt these days, and surely it's better to adopt kids that are family instead of ones with no relation to you at all.
Ah, so what you're essentially saying is that in order for Sinead to have a happy marriage, you want me to hand over my mom's house for free and raise her children as my own without complaint? Have I understood you correctly there?
Well, yeah. I guess if you put it bluntly, that is what I'm saying. But there's no need to say it as if it's such a terrible thing. Your mom won't be living in that house anytime soon, and it will help Sinead and Garrett out a lot since houses are so expensive these days. And we're basically providing an instant solution to your fertility problem. Besides, what is any of this between family? This is exactly the sort of situation where family need to come together and help each other out. Don't you agree?
You only consider me family whenever it's convenient for you. As long as her precious baby daughter is able to go ahead with the sham marriage, she doesn't really care how much of an inconvenience any of these things are to me, does she? Will, do you not have anything to say about this? Are you really okay with the idea of raising Dylan and Dalton as our kids?
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine with it. Mom and Sinead already talked to me about it the other day, and I think it's a good idea.
What? You'd already spoken about this and didn't think there was any need to mention it to me at all?
Think about it. Everybody wins in this situation. As Marie already said, it's way better to adopt from within the family than to take on a stranger's kids. And I really didn't want to have to bring this up, but Marie and I really are quite sad at the idea that we don't have any legitimate grandchildren. Since you two are married, taking on the twins will legitimize them and then everyone can be happy. And you can also pay back the debt you owe us this way as well.
I'm not quite sure I follow. What kind of debt do you think I owe you, exactly?
Well, at the end of the day, it is the woman's duty to provide the family she marries into with sons, isn't it? You failing at that duty means that you owe us, don't you think? I don't want to sound all old-fashioned, so I didn't mention anything before. But to be honest, this is how Arthur and I really feel about the situation.
Oh, yes. Because it's all my fault that we haven't been able to give you grandchildren. Isn't that right, honey?
Whose fault it is really isn't important here. Anyway, can't you see that this is an easy solution to all of our problems? There will be no more anxious visits to the fertility clinics, no more listening to doctors going through our options, no more hoping for some kind of miracle. I don't know about you, but I'm getting really tired of the whole process now.
Well, after listening to you guys, it seems like everything is already set in stone, no matter what I might have to say on the matter. Even though it's my mom's house you want to use and me who's going to be raising those kids, I seem to have been the only one excluded from this decision-making process. Well, we didn't even think of it as a matter that needed discussing, because it's the sort of thing that family just do for each other, isn't it? Family help each other out in difficult times, don't they?
Yeah, sure they do. I'm going to need some time to think about this. You have to understand that even though you guys have all already discussed this is my first time hearing about all of this, and it's a lot to take in. Please respect that I can't just agree to this on the spot without some careful consideration. What is there to consider?
Mom, there's no need to push her. I completely understand where you're coming from, Anna. It's not an easy decision to make, so I appreciate that you will need to take some time to think about it. Mom, you really need to cut her some slack. I'll always be on your side, no matter what, Anna.
Well, I know for sure she's only being nice to me because she wants something from me. She isn't normally like this towards me at all. She really is shameless. Okay, I'll have a good think about it and let you know as soon as I've made a decision.
The thing is, I know I said to take your time, but there are only 3 months left until the wedding. We've already booked the venue and arranged the date, so I'd really appreciate it if you could make your decision as soon as possible.
Well, if they've already set the date, then they've already taken it as a given that I'm going to say yes to all of this, haven't they? All right, I understand. I'll contact you sometime in the next 3 weeks. It's nice to come to Mom's place and think. You can still smell her everywhere, and it makes me feel at peace. I've been thinking about how lovingly she raised me and comparing it to how I'm being treated by my in-laws, and the way they act towards me just really doesn't sit right with me. I have a feeling they've tried to exclude me from all of the wedding-related events because they're worried that I'll end up deciding against them and saying something about the twins in front of Garrett. The more I think about it, the more I think that there's no way I should even be considering the things that they have asked me to do. Oh gosh. Speak of the devil. Hi, Sinead.
Hey there, Anna. How are you doing? Oh, I'm fine, thanks. To what do I owe the pleasure of this call? I guess I'll just cut to the chase then, shall I? I just wanted to ask you about the house. You're not thinking about saying no, are you? I've been losing sleep worrying about what I might do if you decide not to let us have the house. If you decide to give it to us, I promise I'll love you forever and ever as if we were real sisters.
Oh, wow. How could I turn down such an enticing offer? But isn't there only just 2 months and a half left until the wedding? You said it was 3 months away when we talked about this before, and it's already been a few weeks since then.
That's why I'm in such a rush. We're on such a tight schedule, you know. We really haven't got much time to get everything ready.
Fine, I'll give you the house. You and Garrett can come and live here. And as for Dylan and Dalton, I'd be happy to take them in and raise them.
Seriously? Are you really agreeing to everything? Thank you so much!
Oh, there's no need to thank me. But as you know, the house is still full of all my mom's stuff, and it will probably take quite a while to take it all out and find somewhere to store it. You must be busy preparing for the wedding, so how about you order everything you need for the house in advance? And once I've had everything removed, you can start moving in.
Oh, but I really would like to be able to come in as soon as possible. Could you at least give me a key to the house? I want to have a look around and see where I'd like to put things.
Oh, there's no need to do that. I can sort everything out for you. I'll let you know the measurements for everything so you can choose what you like. And I'll sort out the wallpapers and floorboards for you as a wedding present. All I ask in exchange is that you give me some more time.
Are you really okay with doing all that for us?
Of course I am. Think of it as me paying back my debt towards your parents for being such a disappointment and not giving them any grandsons. My heart breaks just thinking about how much I've let them down. I feel like through helping you, I can help them too, and that in turn helps to put my mind at ease a little. I really want to help you out, from the bottom of my heart. Oh, by the way, weren't we supposed to be having a big dinner with Garrett's parents to celebrate your engagement? When is that going to be?
Oh, about that. We just decided not to do it because we figured everyone would be too busy to agree on a date.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, I think I'll be having my hands full with getting my mom's house ready for you to move into, so don't be offended if you don't hear from me over the next few weeks. I'll contact you when everything is finished. I am invited to the wedding, aren't I?
Of course you are! You've been such a pushover. I mean, you've really made the push to help us out, and we really appreciate that. I guess we'll see you on the day of the wedding then. I'll also be busy with the wedding photo shoot and everything, so I don't think we'll have a chance to see each other before then. Thanks again! See you soon!
All right, see you at the wedding! Well, it's obvious that they didn't invite me to the dinner with Garrett's parents because they were worried I would blow their cover. That's probably why they're rushing things with the wedding as well. So they can seal the deal before anything can go wrong. I've never seen such a rushed engagement in my life before. Well, anyway, I'm not going to sit by and watch the sham marriage go ahead and throw away my freedom on my mom's house in the process. I have a plan.
Mom, have you heard anything from Anna recently? I've been busy with the wedding prep and I haven't really had the time to message her. But she hasn't messaged me at all either, and I'm starting to worry about it a little. What if she actually never wanted to give me the house in the first place?
What? There's no way she wouldn't. Sinead, you said that she agreed to it without much persuading in the end, right? And anyway, you know that she's not the type to go back on her word. You told me that she said she was feeling bad about disappointing our family and that she wanted to do something to help us out. Didn't you?
Yeah, she did say that. But I just have a bad feeling about this. Last night I had a weird dream about her, and it's been really bothering me. In the dream, there was a huge bag full of money, and when I went to take it, Anna showed up and set all the money on fire. It seems like a bad premonition to me. I keep thinking that she's going to rain on my parade somehow.
Dreams are just nonsense at the end of the day, aren't they? I'm sure nothing is going to get in the way of you having your perfect day. Get all of these silly suspicions out of your head and enjoy yourself, okay? By the way, what's going on outside? Why is it so noisy?
Oh my goodness. Who is that wearing that bright red dress? It's so bright I need to shield my eyes when I look at her.
Oh, that's Anna, Sinead's older brother's wife.
I really don't think that's the best dress to be wearing to your sister-in-law's wedding. Oh, she's pushing a stroller. She has twins. Sinead said that she wasn't able to come to the dinner party because she needed to look after her kids, but I had no idea that she had twins.
I actually didn't know that she had twins either. I just knew that she had young kids that needed lots of looking after.
Well, I guess you'll be seeing a lot of them. They are Sinead's nephews, after all. But seriously, it is hard to look at her straight on in that bright red dress. I really think it would have been better for her to wear a more understated color. She's going to outshine the bride dressed like that. Oh, she's coming over to us. Hi there. I'm Rita, Garrett's mom. You must be Anna, Will's wife, am I right? It's so nice to meet you. I, love your dress, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I picked it out especially to wear today. I thought red would be a fitting color.
And these must be your kids? Sinead did mention that she had nephews, but I didn't expect them to be this big.
That's right. You wouldn't expect me to have 2-year-old children when I haven't even been married for 2 years yet, would you?
Oh, well, we do live in the 21st century, don't we? Having kids before marriage is hardly something to be ashamed about anymore, is it? As long as the children are brought up in a loving home, I don't think the marital status of their parents really matters.
Oh, Sinead will be so happy to hear that you think that. She feels very strongly about keeping the birth rate high, no matter what.
Oh, well, we know how hard raising kids can be, so we don't have any particular expectations of her. We'd be just as happy if she decided she didn't want to have any kids at all. We just want our Garrett to have a happy married life.
Oh, I think it's okay for you to expect her to want more kids. After all, she's already had 2. Why stop there? I have something for you. Please take a look at this.
What's this?
I want to make sure you all know exactly what you're getting yourselves into, so I have a copy for each of you.
I wonder what this could be. Huh? DNA test results for these twins? Wait, it says here that it's 99.9% certain that their mother is... Sinead? This doesn't make any sense.
I understand that you must be quite taken aback by this revelation, but I thought it would be best for you to know before you went through with the wedding. These kids are not mine.
Then these children are...
Yes, they are Sinead's kids. She had them out of wedlock when she was 22. I think it was a one-night stand when she was in college. Nobody knows where the dad is. I feel bad to be putting them through all of this, but it needed to be done. Sinead, her parents, and even my husband were in on the plan to hide this from you forever and pass the twins off as mine. They also never bought a house for you and Sinead to live in either, Garrett. They were expecting me to just give you my mom's house, which is empty right now because she's living in a nursing home receiving treatment for Parkinson's. They were acting as if her fate was as good as sealed without sparing a thought for how that might make me feel.
Oh gosh, this is far too much for me to take in. I feel dizzy. I think I'm going to faint.
Mom? Mom, are you okay? What on earth is going on over here? Anna? What are you doing here? I told you that you didn't have to come. You must be so busy looking after the kids. And why are you wearing that awful red dress?
I don't know. I think I just felt like causing a scene, to be honest. Since you're here, Arthur, I just want to let you know that I have no intention of raising your grandkids here as my own. I also have no intention of letting Sinead live in my mom's house. So, here you go. Take your grandsons off my hands. They're not my responsibility, and they never have been.
What are you saying? Do you mean you were just pretending to agree to everything this whole time?
I really can't fathom how you all believe that I would so readily accept such ridiculous demands. You really are naive. Did you not think it was a little strange when I agreed to all of your requests without so much as batting an eyelid? Nobody is that much of a pushover.
How dare you try to cause a scene at my daughter's wedding? Rita, Charles, please don't listen to her. She's obviously lying. She must just be lashing out because she's under a lot of stress at the moment. However stressed you may be, you can't just go around saying that your children aren't yours.
Oh, yes, you're right. I am actually quite stressed these days. Would you like to enlighten everybody on the cause of my stress, Arthur? This family keeps blaming me for not being able to have a child, but there's nothing wrong with me, and numerous tests have proved that my husband is essentially infertile. I can bring you concrete proof of that as well if you like. If one of us is having such terrible fertility issues, then how could we possibly have had 2 children already?
I think I've heard enough. Let's call off the wedding right now. I don't want my son marrying into this crazy family.
Charles, please don't be so hasty. This is all just a misunderstanding. Anna, are you proud of yourself for ruining my daughter's special day? Just go home already. You've done enough damage.
Oh, I will, don't worry. I have no intention of staying here a minute longer than I have to. I've said my piece, so there's no reason for me to stay. Now for the last time, Arthur, please take your grandsons off my hands. They are not my children. I never intended to watch this sham of a marriage go ahead, and I certainly wasn't going to let you mess with my life so Sinead could get her fairy tale ending living a lie. This has been what I'd been planning the whole time I'd been supposedly getting the house ready for Sinead to move in.
This is insane. Where's Sinead? I need to talk to her. Now. Sinead? Sinead! Sinead, how could you do something like this to me? Were you really planning on stringing me along for the rest of our lives?
Honey, keep your voice down. People are staring at us. What on earth are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, Garrett! The groom can't just burst into the bride's dressing room like that. You're not supposed to see her in her dress before the ceremony. It's bad luck. Oh, believe me, I've already had my fair share of bad luck. How stupid do you really think I am? I know everything. I know all about how you have 2 kids, but you were planning on pretending they were Anna and Will's in order to deceive me into marrying you. The kids are out there in the lobby right now. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know where you could have got such a crazy story from. Well, how do you explain this then? Take a look at this. This is the twins' DNA test that Anna gave to me just now. It says that there is a 99.9% chance that you are their mother. Let's see how you try and explain this away.
Well, that's obviously fake. Anna is clearly trying to poison you against me and ruin our wedding. I can't believe that she would have the audacity to make up such lies about me.
Well, if it isn't true, you won't have any problem taking the twins and going to do another test then. I won't believe you until I see concrete evidence that this is fake. Looking back, there were a few moments that were a little weird. Like when I told you that one of my coworkers was pregnant, and when we went to buy her a congratulations gift, you knew exactly what she would want. As if you had been pregnant before and knew what she was going through.
Oh no, I just wanted to help you out, so I did some research on pregnancy. That's all.
Well, if that's true, then come with me and get the test done.
I won't do it. Why should I have to? I find it quite insulting that you don't trust me here.
My mom passed out because she was so shocked by all of your lies, you know. And my dad is so angry that he's already told all the guests to go home and that the wedding is off. The only way there would be a chance that we could get back from this would be if you were willing to get the test done to prove your innocence. Are you still not going to do it?
What? Your dad sent everyone home just like that?
Well, if you're so confident that all of these are false accusations, I don't see why you can't just go and get the test done. And if Anna is spreading lies about you, then you also won't have any problem with suing her for defamation to try and claim back the losses from not having the wedding. So what's it gonna be? Are we going to get the test or not?
Of course not! I'm not doing it! I won't do it!
I guess that just confirms your guilt then. So it's all true? Well, if that's the case, you better be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. Do you have any idea how much of a laughingstock I'll be made into over this? I invited a bunch of co-workers and students today, and now I've been made to look like a fool in front of them, all thanks to you.
Honey, please! Wait! What should we do now, Mom? Can you try and call Anna? I told you bad omen. I knew it. I just knew that she was going to ruin everything for me.
But I didn't really have any reason to suspect that she wasn't just going to do as she was told. I was busy looking after the twins, and I just assumed that she was also just busy sorting out her mom's house for you. I never would have thought that she would come and pull something like this on your wedding day. I should have been more suspicious about how quiet she was being this whole time. Anna! Anna! I know you're here! We have a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh, what's happened here? Why is everything such a mess? What's this? Divorce papers?
Oh, hi there! Did you have fun at the wedding today?
Don't take that smug tone with me. The wedding was completely ruined thanks to you. So this is why you were being uncharacteristically quiet about everything this whole time? You terrify me, you know. I had no idea that you were plotting this.
Oh, I terrify you? If I'm terrifying, then what word would you use to describe your unhinged family? They had absolutely no qualms with attempting to mess with my life in order to make sure everything went the way they wanted it to. Can't you see it was unreasonable of them to ask me to give them my mom's house and raise your sister's kids as if they were my own? Those are not just tiny little favors, you know. You're a family of shameless, selfish scammers.
If you hated the idea of giving up the house and taking in the twins so much, why didn't you just say so instead of causing a huge scene at the wedding? My parents would have been more than happy to carry on looking after the twins if you really didn't want to. But now you've made this mess, you need to sort it out. You need to take responsibility for ruining my sister's wedding.
Oh, really? Rather than ruining your sister's wedding, I like to think of it as saving Garrett's life. Now he doesn't have to spend the rest of his life in a sham marriage with your lying, irresponsible little sister. Instead of being angry at me, you should just be relieved that your family haven't been sued over this. And anyway, you should both be apologizing to me and thanking me instead of trying to blame me for a mess that was caused by your psycho family. I've been putting up with your mom constantly blaming me for not giving her grandchildren, when the problem clearly lies with you. And I've also had to deal with your insufferable little sister who gets away with murder and goes around doing whatever she wants.
I never said I wasn't thankful and sorry towards you for putting up with all of that. Sorry. Thank you. Are you happy now? Yeah, I know that you put up with a lot for my sake. But since you'd already put up with a lot, couldn't you have just put up with a little bit more and let this wedding go ahead? It's fine if you didn't want to raise the twins. As I said, my parents would have been willing to do it. So why didn't you just say that you didn't want to?
Oh, sure. They would have been totally fine if I'd said no to them. They would have all ganged up on me and backed me into a corner. Not a single person in your family is ever willing to take my side. Not even you!
All this taking sides nonsense is so childish. And anyway, when have I ever not taken your side?
How can you say that, when you know full well that you've slowly started agreeing with whatever your mom says, no matter how unreasonable it is? You never speak up for me when she tries to pin the fertility issues all on me either. And you always agree to every single one of her requests without consulting me. Even if it's something completely crazy, like raising your nephews as our own children. I really can't fathom how you would just sit there and nod your head passively in agreement when it comes to something of that gravity. I am in no way obligated to put up with any of this when all it does is make me miserable.
Well, about the twins. I just thought it would be a good idea because we don't have kids and probably won't be able to.
Even so, surely you can see that accepting responsibility for your sister's kids so she can abandon them to start a new life is not the answer. I really can't believe that it's come to this. There are plenty of people who get divorced because they can't get on with their in-laws, but I think my situation really takes the cake here.
Are you seriously planning on filing for divorce?
Yes, I am. And the reason I went to the wedding to expose everything today was because I didn't want to be lumped together with you and your crazy family by being complicit in all these lies. I don't want to waste another second of my life having to deal with selfish people like your family. Please, let's just get this divorce over with quickly. I think you owe me that after all the trouble you've caused me over the years.
I really think you're exaggerating about how much of this is my fault.
Don't act like you were just some kind of passive observer in all this. You're just as bad as your sister and your parents. I really can't do this anymore. I'm sick of talking to you.
Hello? Anna! Are you still there? What just happened? Is she really going to divorce me?
I'm so annoyed! My whole life is ruined! Ruined! And it's all because of her!
Oh, for goodness sake, stop whining! You're giving me a splitting headache. What a day. You can't sit in the corner feeling sorry for yourself forever, you know. You're not the only victim in this situation. What about me? What about my reputation? You're such an embarrassment. Now everyone knows that you had children out of wedlock. I don't know how I'm going to recover from this.
Why are you acting like this is all my fault? We're in this situation because of her. Because of stupid Anna. I never liked her, you know. I always hated how she would look at me with eyes full of pity. It always felt like she was looking down on me. I'm sure she thought she was better than me because she was a married woman, and she saw me as just some pathetic little girl who shamefully had kids out of wedlock.
Well, if you didn't want people to look down on you, you should have made different life choices. And maybe she would have liked you more if you had actually made an effort to be nice to her. If you had, then maybe she wouldn't have ended up taking things this far. Did you ever really make an effort to treat her like a sister? No, you didn't. But despite that, she was always willing to look after the twins whenever we asked.
That's nothing to be grateful to her for. It was just part of her duty as a daughter-in-law. Don't go acting like she was some kind of saint when she was clearly just doing the bare minimum. I don't want to hear a single word said in favor of the evil woman who ruined my life.
Well, this is just great, isn't it? Guess what? Garrett has only gone and decided to sue you for fraud over this sham marriage.
What? No, he can't. Give me that paper. Oh my gosh, it's true!
I can't believe this is happening. Things just keep getting worse and worse. But you two never even got married. What right does he have to try and sue you when everything came to light before you tied the knot?
Well, this is what we get for helping our ungrateful daughter get into a good college. Only for her to waste her time going out drinking with guys, having one-night stands, and getting pregnant instead of studying.
Well, I can't change the past now, can I? By the time I found out I was pregnant, it was already too late to do anything about it. It's not like I could have anyway, since the laws in our state were changed. Is there really any point for getting mad at me over this now?
Oh, I don't even care anymore. I'm so embarrassed, I don't think I can ever show my face in public ever again. What have I done to deserve to live like this? Come on, hurry up and sit down so we can all eat dinner. Honestly, you two are determined to make me die an early death. I'm sure of it. This son of mine is getting divorced, and this daughter of mine refuses to look after her own children and would rather spend the day in a drunken stupor. You're both nothing but a drain on my life force. I think that's a little unfair, Mom. I'm a victim too, you know. All this has happened because of you two and your ridiculously selfish actions. Thanks to you, I've come across as the bad guy in the divorce proceedings, and I've got to pay Anna a bunch of alimony. Surely she should be satisfied enough with the thought that we're all miserable because of her and that stunt she pulled at the wedding. I really don't know why she needs to go after your money as well. She must think that she's some kind of saint who has been unfairly treated. I mean, it's kinda true that she wasn't treated very well. She had to deal with you constantly blaming her for not giving you grandsons, and she also had to deal with Sinead's difficult personality. Have you also forgotten how often she would look after the twins? Well, that's all stuff she signed up for when she decided to marry into this family. Those are the kinds of things a daughter-in-law should expect to do for her in-laws. I don't like these modern notions that girls these days have. They all seem to think that they don't owe their in-laws anything. She should be grateful that I was so nice to her, even when she had failed at her most fundamental duty, which was to give me grandsons. But that's actually my... you know what? Forget it. I've already explained it to you a million times, so I'm not going to do it again, and I know you're not going to listen to me. You need to stop being in denial about this. Well, as I said before, it's a two-way street, so I refuse to believe that she isn't at least partially to blame. A seed needs healthy, fertile soil to grow. If the field isn't fertile, then of course the seed isn't going to take root. And besides, my friend's son was told that he was infertile, but actually ended up being able to have kids eventually. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. How about I set you up on a blind date? You're not getting any younger, so you shouldn't waste any time in finding someone new and trying again for a baby. Mom, please, I really don't want to. And besides, I keep telling you, I really don't think I can have kids. Don't give up so easily. I just told you about my friend's son, didn't I? If there was a chance for him, there's still a chance for you. I'll make sure I find you someone who is fertile and in great health. So why don't you just give it a shot and go on at least one date for me? A man of your age shouldn't be single for too long. Fine, do whatever you want. I give in. Really? Will you really do this for me? Oh, thank you so much. There's still a chance. Sinead, hurry up and come eat your lunch.
Mom, I'm right here. There's no need to yell. You're making my headache worse. I'm so hungover, I feel like I might die. My head's spinning.
Look at you. You're a mess. What time did you come home last night? When are you going to grow up and realize that you can't spend the rest of your life partying until the early hours?
You can't tell me what to do anymore, Mom. I'm a grown adult. I can do whatever I want. Ugh, my stomach hurts.
Why won't you two just hurry up and get married and get out of my hair?
Oh, Mom, please, just stop nagging. I can't believe this is happening to me again. If Mom finds out, I am so dead. When could it have happened? Last month? Or the month before that? Maybe it was the guy I met in the club that time? I didn't even get his number! I don't even remember what his name was!
Anna Yates. Is Mrs. Anna Yates here? Yes, that's me. Come on, honey. Let's go in. I'm so excited to find out your gender, little one. You're not going to be awkward and roll away from us this time, are you?
You never know. We haven't been able to see anything in the earlier scan, so we might be disappointed today as well. We might have to wait until the birth to find out at this rate. It can't be. Is that... Anna?
I'm a little disappointed that we're having a boy. I feel like he's going to be too rebellious. I was really looking forward to being a girl dad.
Oh, come on. Either is fine with me. We're just lucky to be blessed with the gift of a baby. And they said that he's healthy and is growing at the expected rate, which is all that matters at the end of the day. It really is her! Hey! Where have you been hiding these past few years? I still haven't forgiven you for ruining my wedding back then.
Hey, get away from my wife! Who is this psycho?
Oh, so don't you know about her past? You've lied to him and tricked him into a sham marriage as well, haven't you, you hypocrite? You didn't tell him anything about your previous marriage, did you? She's a divorcee. Someone else's used goods.
Not everyone is messed up in the head like you know. He knows about my previous marriage, and he also knows the reason why it ended. And what do you think you're doing trying to lay hands on me like that? Can't you see that I'm pregnant?
Wow, you really are shameless. I bet you didn't even wait for the divorce papers to be signed before you moved on, did you? You always acted like butter wouldn't melt. But now I see what you're really like.
My gosh, this woman is insane. Who do you think you are, running your mouth off like that? We dated for 2 years, then got married around half a year ago and ended up with a honeymoon baby. This all happened way after her divorce.
Wait, hang on a second. If you're pregnant, then that means that Will really was the infertile one. But my mom was so insistent that you were the problem.
That's right.
Your mom spent so long blaming me for not giving her grandchildren, but as I kept telling her, your brother was the problem all along.
Honey, don't get too worked up. It's not good for the baby. She's not worth wasting your energy on anyway. Let's go.
And just where do you think you're going? You owe me an apology for ruining my marriage. Apologize for making a scene at my wedding and taking away my chance at happiness.
Oh, yes, that's right. I am so sorry that I wouldn't raise your children for you so you could move on with your life and pretend they don't exist. And I'm also sorry for saving an innocent guy from spending the rest of his life with a trash woman like you who was willing to live the rest of her days deceiving him. Is that good enough of an apology for you? Look around at all the poor people in this waiting room who have had to overhear this exchange. Their looks of disgust are aimed at you, not me.
Well, I never asked you to start yelling and draw so much attention to us. Ugh, this is so frustrating.
Oh gosh, you really did go through a lot because of that family, didn't you? I was horrified when you first told me the story, but seeing your ex-sister-in-law in the flesh has made me realize that she's even more unhinged than I could have even imagined. What a psycho.
She never used to be like that, you know. I think she started resenting me because she had a complex about having children but not being married. I think she compared herself to me a lot, and that contributed to the growing mass of negative feelings she had inside her. She started to become more and more hostile towards me, and being mean to me and joining her mom in putting me down and taking advantage of me helped her to regain her pride and sense of self-worth in some kind of twisted way. Of course, it isn't an excuse for all of the crazy stuff she tried to make me do for her, but it is a reason, I guess.
I knew that the story of your previous marriage was crazy, but after realizing just how crazy it was, it makes me think you would probably get internet famous if you posted it online somewhere.
Maybe I will someday. But for now, I need to focus on this little one here.
Sinead Gray! Is Miss Sinead Gray here?
Huh, I guess maybe she isn't showing up for her appointment. Mom! You'll never guess who I ran into today. It was her!
Can you please not start yelling the second you step into the house? I have no idea who you're talking about.
It was Anna! You know, Will's ex-wife Anna? The one who ruined my marriage? And do you know where I saw her? In the OBGYN department in the hospital.
What? We'll talk about what you were doing there in a second.
She's pregnant right now. She's about 6 or 7 months into the pregnancy. I was speechless to see that she hadn't wasted any time in moving on by getting remarried and getting knocked up as soon as possible. And that obviously means that Will really was the one with the fertility problems.
Will you keep your voice down?
What's going on here? Sinead, could you please elaborate on what you were just talking about? Oh gosh, you startled me. Rosie, hi! How long have you been standing there for? Mom didn't tell me that you were around.
What do you mean, Will's ex-wife? Nobody ever told me that he had been married before.
Oh, this is all just a misunderstanding. When she said ex-wife, she actually meant ex-co-worker. He was really good friends with this one girl he used to work with, and they would call each other work wife and work husband. Isn't that right, Sinead?
Marie, I already heard everything. There's no way you can make any excuses here when I know what I heard. Sinead clearly said Will's ex-wife. I wouldn't have had any issues with him being a divorcee if he had just been upfront with me about it in the first place. But I feel really betrayed that he felt the need to lie to me about this.
No, honestly. You really did just mishear us, I swear. Honestly, you really will be the death of me, Sinead. Look what you've gone and done now.
And that means that my suspicions about Will being the reason that we haven't been able to conceive despite months and months of trying are also true. If you're saying that he has fertility issues. The reason that you were so adamant on us not going to the fertility clinic to get checked out is because you knew that he was the problem this whole time. Didn't you, Marie?
Oh no, you've got it all wrong. There's nothing wrong with Will in that department. I had him get a fertility check before you got married and everything was normal. You've only been married for 2 years anyway. If you keep trying for a little longer, I'm sure you'll get lucky eventually.
There really is no use in trying to cover your tracks now. I told you that I heard everything loud and clear. You constantly asking me why I hadn't gotten pregnant yet was really starting to get to me as well. How could you be so cruel as to say that to me when you knew full well that your son was the reason why it wasn't happening for us? And when I suggested that we go and get him checked, you said that it's degrading to force a man to do something like that. And what about me? Do you think it's not an invasive process for a woman to go and get checked out? I thought as a fellow woman you'd be a little more understanding.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? I thought that if you knew he probably couldn't have kids, you wouldn't want to marry him. So I decided to keep it from you.
Oh, so you admit it? You did know? Well, that settles it. I don't want to spend another second with anyone from this sick, messed up family. I'm going to start preparing to file for divorce immediately.
You can't just do that. We can talk about this. Rosie, please, don't just leave. Well, this is all your fault, Sinead. If you hadn't opened your big mouth, are you going to take responsibility for your brother's second failed marriage? I did my best to cover up everything about the divorce with Anna and Will's infertility to make sure that he could get remarried without any problems. And now look what you've gone and done. Now I have 2 divorces to cover up if I want to see him happily married to someone else.
How was I supposed to know that she was here? I was in such a rage after running into Anna that I didn't have time to stop and think about anything. And why are you getting angry at me when you've been pestering Rosie about having a baby when you knew about Will's fertility problems? Why am I always the bad person?
I'm actually losing my mind, I swear. My friend's son was told that he was infertile, but then he was able to have a baby eventually. So I thought that the same could probably happen for Will. They said it was a miracle, sure, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't happen to someone else.
How do you know that the so-called miracle baby was even his? Maybe his wife cheated on him or something. Or maybe they got a sperm donor or something and pretended that they didn't. You need to look into that situation. Miracles like that don't happen so easily. Maybe the woman had to resort to desperate measures to get pregnant somehow so her mother-in-law would stop tormenting her.
Is there no end to the ridiculous things that come out of your mouth? Anyway, I need to call Will as soon as possible and tell him that he needs to be extra nice to Rosie if he wants to save his marriage. Wait, I almost forgot to ask. What were you doing at the OBGYN? Are you having problems down there?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I've been having problems down there. Yeah. I just want to get checked out and get some medicine prescribed. That's all.
That better be all it was. If you were to tell me that you'd gotten pregnant again, I think the shock might just kill me. One time was bad enough. If you went and did it again, I really don't know what I'd do with you.
No, of course not. I'm getting older now as well. It's not that easy to get pregnant past 30, you know. Besides, Will has been trying for so long and hasn't had any luck. It would be cruel irony if I were to get pregnant again. Wait a second. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Where are you going? Are you not feeling well? Are you really going to throw up?
No, I don't think so. It's just the smell is making me feel so nauseous all of a sudden.
What smell? I can't smell anything. Wait a second. You are pregnant, aren't you? Whose is it this time? Do you even know?
I'm not too sure. I'm at around 6 weeks, so I think it was probably some guy I hooked up with when I went to the club 3 days in a row the other month.
How can you have gone and done this again? That's it. You and I will just have to die together now. There's no other solution.
Ouch! Mom, don't pull my hair like that!
You already don't act like a mom to your kids, and I'm the one who does everything for them. You've got another thing coming if you think I'm going to raise another one for you. One child can't have children even though he wants to, and the other can't stop having them even though she doesn't want to. What kind of messed up situation is this?
Looking back on the time I spent married to my first husband, Will, I really do wonder what on earth it was that made me stay for so long. Thinking about it now, I think the fact that I was so distracted by the fact that my mom's health deteriorated and I had to send her to a nursing home made me overlook how badly I was being treated by my in-laws. I finally found happiness with my new husband, and we now have a healthy baby boy. After running into Sinead, we decided to move hospitals in order to avoid any more awkward encounters in the future. Considering how on edge she was that day at the OBGYN, I'm pretty sure she was there because she had gotten pregnant again. I know that she's still not married, so that's definitely going to put her family in another difficult situation. Raising a baby boy who is full of energy has definitely not been easy, but my husband has been supporting me every step of the way. I'm so thankful to be blessed with the two of them in my life, and I think that I've finally found true happiness,